myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough.
They call me a
Let's go!
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Gandini. And I've been talking for a while about doing a 1,000-round review on the Springfield Echelon. And time got away from me. So I'm about 2,500 rounds through it. So I wanted to give a 2,500 round review of the Springfield Echelon. And I know what you're thinking. It's just another polymer frame striker fire pistol, isn't it? Well, maybe. But why should you buy it over a SIG or a Glock? And honestly, there's quite a few really cool feature sets that come with this pistol straight from the factory that might sway your decision on whether you buy it over the SIG or the Glock. But before we get into this review, let's go ahead and hit a like on this video if you like it. Go ahead and share it to your friends so that way we can get the algorithm working in our favor and get this channel going a little bit more and spike our interest in doing these type of reviews a little bit more often. Also, if you guys want to help out the channel, go down in the description down below where you can actually hit one of the links down there where you can purchase something that is an affiliate link, which means the channel gets a little bit of a kickback that doesn't cost you any extra to do so. And you don't have to buy what I have linked there. Just click on the link and buy what you were going to buy anyways. There's plenty of really cool 2A stuff down in the description down below. Just click on one of them and see what you got. Okay, now that the shameless plugs are done and over with, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this review. Back in July of 2023, Springfield teased us with a new pistol coming out. Pretty much what they posted on their website was a Gladius stuck in the ground with an N going across it and the date 7/12/2023. Well, on July 12th, 2023, they introduced us to what will soon become the staple of their lineup, the Springfield Echelon. It is a full-size pistol, and on the surface, it does look pretty much like a Hellcat. And, you know, it even has a boxy shape to it, very much like a Glock. But, just like a book, you shouldn't judge this by its cover. Let's cover the feature list from face to butt. Or, wait, nose to rear? No, that doesn't sound good either. Okay, let's go muzzle to grip. That sounds much better. All right, guys, starting from the muzzle end of this firearm, on the very front end, it is unloaded. On the very front end of this, you will see a textured front piece to that recoil spring. Is it needed? No. But what's really cool is you'll notice that that texture on there is the exact same texture that's all over this gun. FN, take some notes here. Moving on up, you'll notice this super bright front sight. I mean, that is an air traffic controller bright front sight. If you guys can't see that, then maybe you're the one that needs glasses. Now, coming from the front sight post, you'll notice that the slide is recessed in. Kind of helps with grip and gives it a little bit better grip to hold on to. And you'll notice it's got very deep recessed grip texture. That makes it really easy to rack that slide. Even if your girlfriend is Pearl. And, you know, someone breaks in while you're in the middle of coitus. Moving on down from the frame, or from the slide, you'll move down to the frame. And you'll notice it's got a really neat textured ledge right there, kind of like a accelerator pedal. Gives you enough grip to really crank down on that pistol. Something cool that comes straight from the factory. I mean, Glock, are you listening? We have an accelerator pedal and we didn't have to pay for it. It came factory. From there, we're going to work our way down to the trigger guard. And you'll notice it's a squared off trigger guard. Very common thing that you see nowadays. But what you'll see is that across the front strap, there is grip texture to help with those people who like to put their index finger on the front of that trigger guard. I know not all of us know how to grip properly. Sue me. But as you work your way down, you'll notice that this trigger guard has a double undercut. Double undercut, straight from the factory. Glock, are you still listening? Now, this double undercut is textured, so that way you can get a good, solid purchase with your support hand, and you can keep good control of that pistol. Moving back to that primary undercut, you'll notice it's very high up in there, so you can get a nice high purchase, and it's not squared off, it's rounded, so you don't get Glock knuckle. Huh, weird. My soft hands definitely approve of that rounded undercut. Going into the trigger guard, we're going to get to that trigger. And on the surface, it is a flat face trigger guard with a trigger dingus. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. You've seen it everywhere. But that's kind of where it ends. A couple cool things about this is it is a 4.5 pound trigger. Very common that you see in these striker fired pistols. But it's actually a very nice trigger straight from the factory. Unlike Glock. But what's really nice is it is a flat face trigger straight from the factory. You have a little bit of take up to that wall, and then it kind of rolls a little bit through there. You see that little bit of staging, and then it breaks. It is a nice clean break, but it kind of rolls to that clean break. Then that reset is quick and audible. It's not very tactile though. So unfortunately, not like a Glock where it forces your hand out. You do actually have to listen for it or know when it's going to reset. Not a bad thing, but something to point out. The innovative part of this trigger is the COG system in there, or Central Operating Group. I know, acronyms. Annoying. But just like the SIG, the serialized portion of this firearm is actually the trigger components. The whole system comes out, and it comes out very easy. So it makes replacing the trigger components less of a chore and more of an accessory change. You know, not everyone can rock a full size every day. Sometimes you gotta accessorize with your clothing. Now, that being said, with the new COG system in here, you should be able to get new frames and slides down the road in the aftermarket community and from the manufacturer that will make this a really cool, different sized pistol. Right now, it's just a full-size pistol, but I assume in the near future, we're going to get a micro pistol or a subcompact. I mean, I would definitely like it. And, of course, metal frames are probably coming. Everybody's running them, so why not? All right, moving from the COG system, we're going to move on to the next most innovative thing on this pistol. And that is the optics mounting system. Now, this uses a direct mounting system. So, you know, your optics don't need a plate, so they don't sit up way high in the air and possibly tear off. What it uses is a pin set that you just place in the place of your footprint of your pistol. Really neat, really cool concept. And so far, out of 2,500 rounds, I've put about 1,500 rounds with this AmeriGlow on there, and it hasn't moved even slightly. I mean, it's still rock solid. So far, without beating this on the table or racking it off the table or dropping it, it's holding pretty good. We'll have to do some table racks with it and see how well she holds after that. Now, what's cool about this direct mounting system is your standard sights will co-witness with this. So you don't have to get suppressor height sights to run this. Oh, sorry. Also, you don't have to lose your rear sight in order to run this guy. Sorry, my allergies are really bad right now. So now you'll notice that the slide has this recess with these little wings on it to help you grip that even better. I call them love handles because, you know, they help you grip when you're all sweaty and excited, if you know what I mean. Now you'll notice, working our way down to the frame, you'll notice that this beaver tail is really high. It allows you to get really high on that gun. So high, you'll be curious if you're at a Cottonmouth Kings concert or not. Now getting into the grip, you'll notice that grip texture. The grip texture is pretty much the same as the Hellcat grip texture. The more you grip it, the more it grips you back. Kind of like a nice, comforting hug. You know, the kind of hug that nobody ever gives you anymore. Yeah, that's what this guy does for you. All right, so this pistol comes with 3 different grip frames. They have a large, a medium, and a small. That helps everyone from the grizzly bear hands all the way down to those dainty childlike hands. And then on top of all that, each one of the frames come with 3 different back straps. So you could really customize this gun to your best desire. I mean, 3 different grip frames and 3 different back straps. I mean, that gives you a ton of different possibilities. I mean, that gives you... Okay, I'm not good at mathing. It gives you a lot. The other cool thing is this is fully ambidextrous from the factory. I mean, you get ambidextrous mag releases and ambidextrous slide releases from the factory. So, you wrong-handed people, this gun still works for you too. All right, now that we're pretty much done with the features of this gun, let's move on to the shooting of this pistol. What you guys really came here for. First and foremost, you guys heard of the extended mag releases on the first set of guns going out, basically exploding the mag plates all over the ground on people. Well, I tested that. I beat the mag plates against the ground. I dropped them from high above. I even loaded them up and smashed them a bunch of times. And I could not get the mag plate to pop off. I tried over and over, could not get it to pop off. Now, I did originally think that it was a design flaw with the dimple that holds what I thought held the mag plate in place being on the inside of the mag. Usually those dimples go outside to hold the mag plate. Well, after doing some research, I found out that's a feature to help take down the mag plate, not a detriment. Now, that being said, I still did change my mag plates to Terran Tactical mag plates. And that's mainly because I like aluminum base plates, because when you're dropping these on the ground and doing mag changes like crazy, these are less likely to break than those thin pieces of plastic that those 20-round extension plates are running. Those are very thin, and I worry over time they will deteriorate. The aluminum base plates from Terran Tactical, not likely to do so anytime soon. Now, getting into the shooting of this pistol, it shoots really well. Like, it's a very manageable recoil. I'm not going to say it is the lowest recoiling gun I have, as comparing it to my CZP09 or my Glock 19, I'm going to say that this is a little bit more aggressive than those. But comparing it to the Palmetto State Armory Dagger full size and the Sig Sauer P320, I'm going to say it's less than those. So it's somewhere right in the middle, probably on the lower end of the spectrum. I will say, the more I have shot this guy, the more of a dream it has been to shoot it. It is very comfortable to shoot, and since the grip texture is enough to hold, but not so aggressive that it tears up my soft hands, it makes it very comfortable. It makes it to where I could shoot this pretty much all day without getting tired from it. And, you know, my soft hands appreciate it, and so does my fiance. Now, that being said, after 2,500 rounds, this pistol has run pretty much flawlessly. I mean, I have put steel rounds through it. I've put aluminum case rounds through it. I've put different types of brass. I've put defensive rounds. You name it, I've put it through it. And I've dumped the mags into the dirt. I haven't even cleaned this guy. I mean, I'm sitting at 2,500 rounds and I have not cleaned this once. Not lubricated it, not cleaned it. I took it right out of the box and just started shooting it. And yet it still runs flawlessly. It is almost boring how flawless this pistol is running. I mean, if Glock is the Honda Civic of the pistol world, this guy might be the Toyota Corolla. I mean, they're cheap, they're stupid reliable, and they come from another country. So it kind of fits. That being said, this is still a full-size pistol, so it's not really a everyday carry. This is more of a range toy or a duty-use gun. For me, at least. I mean, some of you bigger guys could probably conceal carry this on a regular basis. But that's why I put the big old optic on there, the big giant light on there, because this is just, for me, a fun range toy. Good home defense, but still a fun range toy. I mean, at the end of the day, this guy sits on my hip more than it actually gets used. I mean, I've put about 2,500 rounds through it, but in the same time, if I was shooting it every time I went to the range, I'd probably be closer to 5,000 rounds, just because, you know, she sits on my hip more often. Now, when this gun was introduced, people were saying that it could be a Glock 17 killer. That being said, me personally, I don't think it's a Glock, SIG, or even a CZ killer. It is my favorite gun to shoot. I really enjoy shooting it. But I am a sample size of one of a very mediocrely sized YouTube channel. It's going to take a lot more than just me to get this to be a Glock killer or a SIG killer. Personally, even though Croatia, the country that makes this, issues their guns out to their military and their police, I'm not sure if this gun is part of that or not. There's still not enough military and police background on this guy to be a SIG or a Glock killer. I mean, CZ introduced the P10 a few years back, and they swore it was going to be a Glock killer. Everybody swore that was going to be a Glock killer. And then it kind of fell to the wayside. Kind of became a customizer's dream. I think this is where this gun's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a Glock killer. I don't think it's going to be a SIG killer. I think it's going to be the kind of pistol that guys buy because it's fun to customize. It's fun to shoot, and it's not a bad gun. Granted, are there better ones out there? Probably. Is there better for the money? I don't think so. I think for the money, this is a really good option. If you tried to get a Glock MOS and put a nicer trigger in it, you're looking at probably $300 or $400 more than this pistol. This guy comes with a night sight out of the box, optics ready, really nice flat face trigger, and really nice grip texture. All straight from the factory. And it comes with extended mags straight from the factory. Not Terran Tactical, but extended mags straight from the factory. So, best bang for your buck? Probably. The problem is, guns like Canik exist. Does this beat Canik? I personally like it better than Canik's. I think it's less snappy on the recoil than Canik. But when you can get a Canic, a full-size Canic SFX for right around $500, and it is competition ready, straight from the factory, with an amazing trigger and extended mags and a holster, it's hard to tell you to spend an extra $100 for this gun. That being said, I really do like my Springfield Echelon, and after 2,500 rounds, I think she's due for a good cleaning, and we'll put another 2,500 rounds through it and see how she does. I may try a different optic down the road. I am liking the Ameriglow so far, but it is not doing that shake awake like it's supposed to. I do have to kick the on button. Kind of a negative. But still a pretty neat little pistol and a neat little light system on here. Alright guys, so this basically concludes my review of the Springfield Echelon. I really do enjoy it, and I really do think that you will if you go out and get one too. Maybe you already do. Let me know in the comments section if you do and how much you like it. I think for the money, it is a great option out there. Is there better options out there for the money? Maybe. I mean, Canic's got some really cool options for right around the same price, so it's really hard to compete. But, I mean, that is a nice, really, really nice Springfield, and it's a really nice pistol. It kind of feels like a custom pistol straight from the factory. And you can't really beat it with SIG or Glock for the price. Now, I think anyone looking for a full-size pistol, the Springfield Echelon is a good pick for you. So, definitely something you should check out if you haven't already. If you have, let me know in the comments section. Also, I do believe that it would be a good option for police officers or armed security. Let me know if your department has allowed Springfield Echelon yet or not. Let me know in the comments section. I'd like to know how many departments out there are actually using this pistol and this platform. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't. I know some of you that are watching this have not subscribed, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and share it to your friends. Help this algorithm work in the favor so that way other people can see this type of 2A content. Also, if you haven't checked out the links in the description yet, go down in the description where there's lots of different affiliate links to where you can get magazines, you can get holsters, you name it, it's down in the description. Whatever you buy helps out the channel and it's no extra cost to you. So check it out. But guys, I'm a fan of the Springfield Echelon. I did try a new setup. Let me know how you like it. Tell me in the comment section if this is looking better to you guys, sounding better. I'm trying every day to make the channel just a little bit better. So let me know in the comment section. Guys, this is Gundidi, and I'll see you for the next one.
I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
They call me a